Hey folks, got a lot of requests about a guide to Vermintide, so I got a leading member of the community to help me out with that. Lunathex, let's have a chat now about Bardin Gorekson's ranged arsenal, which I love.
Well, we got to start off with the two that we've seen the crossbow already, and then the next one will be the handgun, which Kruber also has.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's still the same crossbow. It's the crossbow. It does not, in fact, penetrate infinitely. It's up to 5 targets you hit. But I mean, with Mastercrafted, does that really matter?
Yeah, you shoot so quickly, and 5 is such a high number that honestly I have confused the crap out of elves in public games by just bringing the crossbow and killing over 100 rats with just that.
It's honestly, and as I said in another video by now, I think it's actually just outperforming the handgun. You can do everything the handgun does and penetrate targets with it, and it has more ammo.
There is one thing that the crossbow doesn't do that the handgun does, and that is one-shot gutter runners, which is a big deal when one is stabbing your ally.
You know, I was about to say that, but yeah, the reload nerf to this is so crippling by now.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
And when there's so much killing power to be had in the other options, then I don't really see the point in bringing this one just for the gutter runners, you know. And that's what, that's another thing, is because that's why the anti-gutter runner trinket that protects you from them is so much more critical now, because they're kind of bugged again and just popping through walls yet again.
Yeah, I still end up bringing the handgun as a dedicated special eraser, because like you're showing here, you just point at a special rat and it will die when you.
I would have killed that first one, but Salt's Fire was in the way.
Yeah, your allies do that to you a lot. Even when you don't kill something, like in the case of a storm vermin body shot, you wound them so bad that if somebody just looks at him funny, he goes down.
And that was on Cataclysm, so you can see.
Down you go.
It's just point and click, delete something. Something needs to die. There you go. It's gone.
Yep. It is absolutely critical to have Rupture on it now, though.
I know this is going to be your favorite weapon by far, especially after I told you that you could kill things without shooting them.
Yep. No. This is the weapon that makes you a dwarf and a half. A berserker packing dwarf and a half. The Grudge Raker, man. We have a gimmick in my group of friends called the Doom Dwarf, which is basically you take that Grudge Raker and you use only that Grudge Raker.
Man, it got armor penetration, but it's still not exactly the best thing to use against Storm Vermin. But you can still bash them and stun them infinitely, so I don't see the problem with that. I mean, like this.
It unfortunately doesn't do any damage. It would be great if you could somehow get Killing Blow on this.
Oh man,
that would be outrageous. But
well, you can get the scavenger perk will restore ammo when you bash things. I mean, that's kind of close to it.
It's a true story.
I think this really needs extra capacity and target here, though.
I would agree with that. Yeah, the thing about the bash that got buffed during the last patch, and that you can do it almost twice as fast now.
Yeah, but I'm switching weapons, which is still faster. You can build a rhythm down with that.
Well, I don't do that mostly because I love going through in a hail of elbows, killing every slave rat in a horde in one.
And this isn't a hail of elbows?
Never said it wasn't.
Well, the Drake Fires, I think, are Bardin's #1 option. Now here's what these absolutely require Targeteer. You can move and shoot and still snipe things, and it'll knock gutter runners off your buddies. This is one of the greatest weapons, specifically for the reason that you don't have to use perks that are on proc or anything. That you can use guaranteed perks, and they just shine totally for it. And those perks are Mastercrafted, Targeteer, and Stability. Stability being mandatory on these things because they use heat instead of ammo.
Which is also one of the big arguments to use it, in my opinion. All of these other things, you have to keep one eye on your ammo. With the Drake Fires, you can just simply use them the entire game through.
Just look at that. No, even the crossbow could not really do that much damage. I can just set everything on fire. I can do that like that. Yeah, I can blast the gutter runner. I can save my team. This is also one of the ranged weapons that has distraction on it, which heals your teammates if they're down and being attacked, and you attack the rat attacking them. Just roll over, fire blast something, bam, they're healed.
I realize that people watching that might sound like a real waste of a perk, and while it's not ideal, your allies die so quick from being downed on some of the higher difficulties that it can still be very helpful. Oh, here you go.
That spawned in front of me, so I have no qualms about that. I actually, in one of the clips I didn't use, a patrol on Wizard's Tower spawned in front of me just as I was about to go up a ladder. That was 20 that's 20 pounds of rats. I don't have time for it. And a gutter run. Guess what happened there? Gutter runner jumped.
Good one, dude.